Fit the beat.
We for real now. We live. Alright, we live, y'all. Thank y'all for showing up. It's Doc Nash. This is the Diamond Heist.
Yes, sir.
I'm with my co-host today.
AD, Austin Davis.
It's Austin Davis. So we chilling over here.
Kev called me all the time. Austin called my full name, Austin Davis.
Hey, Austin Davis. Yeah, show that man some respect. We gonna be talking about common side effects. We're gonna be talking about some sports, the current state of the stock market, and also we're gonna be talking about this interview that Charleston White just dropped on the Danza project. Yeah, Austin pulled it up. We kind of listening to it right now. So we're gonna go ahead and continue listening to it, and then we're gonna chime in after that. But
then what do you consider your job if you work 10 or 12 hours? Your job, most people are slaves to their job. If they ain't a slave to their job, they're slaves to some social media platform. They spend 18 to 16 hours a day on this social media platform, giving their time, their mind, and their energy to this platform. They don't get nothing in return, but while they're on this platform, somebody is making money off their digital labor. But that's an addiction.
all right, he still was saying a lot of things that I still want to touch on too.
Go ahead.
As far as like discipline in prison and the military. So as we were saying, man, a lot of times having a father figure in your life is really important.
It really is. It's just balance.
Your mama can't teach you discipline, that dog, big dog.
Nah.
She can't teach you discipline because she's too busy trying to give you all the things she never had.
Either she gonna,
You see what I'm saying?
He gonna teach you, your father gonna teach you discipline, or you yourself gonna teach yourself discipline through life. That's kind of a harder experience, but you gonna get it and you gonna grasp it. But still, life is, I ain't gonna lie, like, nigga, we need shortcuts. We ain't got time for all this extra shit. I'm not gonna hold you.
And then a lot of times, so what the system did was took the authority away from not only the parents, but the teachers as well. But yeah, the father is super important.
Facts.
Yeah. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Also, down in the bottom, let me know what y'all want to hear me talk about every week. It could be music, stock markets, money, finances, cybersecurity.
That's what I be putting my phone beside me.
This motherfucker keep going on.
I want to be attached to my phone like that. She used to get mad. I'm like, if I'm outside, I don't want to hear nobody call me.
Man, that shit
I don't want to hear that shit.
I don't like the mind control.
Dang, I don't want to hear no email come in, none of that bullshit.
Man, it's just an email.
We did that shit at CBU on the psychology. She kept every time she rung the bell, we had to take a dip of this lemon powder. She did it like 6-7 times in a row. But then on the 8th time, whatever, she rung the bell. She said, "Don't take a dip of powder, the lemon powder." And we all did it at the same time. Just like, oh, that's mind control.
Don't do it.
Y'all take psychology in college. This is one of the coolest courses y'all can take. Psychology, teach about people. Sociology, all that shit. It's beneficial. It ain't towards no money or nothing, but it just teaches you about people, which is where the money comes from. Is people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, trust and believe. They're using some of them same concepts.
Oh yeah.
Results that they got from the studies. They're using them on you in these companies. These companies do R&D. They do research and development on these things.
Personality tests.
Get rich, get enough profit. Front a little bit of your money over the nonprofit. That's where you get all the money back. Tax round. Then you create your 501c4, which is a for-profit. Just one that makes money. You don't hear too many niggas talk about 501c4, the for-profit that makes money, that gives money. Most of you come to the bigger side. 501c3 is the big. Hey, y'all like it? They don't want to get. That's the big. The big.
Go back. You said 501c, 501 for-profit, 501c, non-profit. Oh, okay.
Hey, it's designed.
Look at that.
But keep your mama set.
It's on me.
Get your girlfriend chat. Make her the CEO. That's why when you look at Goodwill, the YMCA, the Salvation Army, you look at what their CEOs make. They make down to 6 figures, down to millions. The workers make a little bit. So in this book, it talks about the nonprofit industrial complex where the 501c3 is. Why it was created? 501c3 nonprofit was created to funnel money for the rich and to enter and to control social movements after the civil rights movement. So Dr. King took the money after I Have a Dream speech. All right, Mikey, I have to look at what you see. Hold up, slow down. That's where the I Have a Dream. That's where I Have a Dream speech went. That's where I Have a Dream speech come from. Nigga, they called 7 pastors into the White House to talk to the president. Nigga, that's when the funding came about. In the beginning, Harry Belafonte was giving Dr. King money to pay his bills. So who was funding the movement? Nigga, that's why you see him standing with white people and Jewish white people. So nigga, I Have a Dream. Nigga, Doc, that was he didn't really wrote out speech. Nigga, that was an ad-lib. Nigga with a mouthpiece that come deliver some good talk. Oh, so he sold out back then. I ain't saying he sold out. The movement was shifted. In the beginning, the civil rights movement was about equal rights and equal protection under the law, something that we still don't have today. Okay. Equal rights and equal protection. That's why the police shoot this group of people and they hardly shoot these kind of people. You've never seen a police shoot an Asian they shot. Oh, he said shit that you never seen. So let me just say this: equal rights and equal protection. It was never about integration and us eating at countertops with white people restaurants. It was never about that. It was always about equal rights and equal protection. After that meeting with Kennedy and then it became about integration because now it's about economics. We control. That's about economics. This is a vibrant community, and it's been vibrant since we released them from slavery. At this time when we decide to integrate, we are a vibrant people economically. We got our own school. Almost 90% of our community is married. Wasn't a bunch of single moms. Wasn't a bunch of people on drugs. A small portion of black people that was nigga fucked up. These people had a struggle that they was overcome and was vibrant as they was doing it. So let's integrate, y'all. Now when we integrate, we over there, but we still get mistreated. We still got to sit at the back of the bus. We don't have equal rights or equal protection. So nigga, we got lost and he got lost in the movement. How you think he got lost? Oh, nigga, he took the money. When you take the money, you gotta take instruction. Man, when you take the money, you like a motherfucker on world fraud. You're down dependent on what they give. It's just like your preacher. Homie, so when you take the money, they control you. They don't give you the money if you can't be controlled. Malcolm couldn't get the money. Malcolm died broke. Dr. King died broke because he snapped. There was a documented statement of a conversation where Dr. King said, man, I fucked up, man, I led my people to a burning building. We weren't supposed to integrate. We were supposed to stay for, give us our equal rights and our equal protection like the Asians got today. And they'll stay over here. Like the Asians got today. The Asians have equal rights and equal protection as white people. They got a federal law that protects them. We don't. The Asians is their own world in America. The white people don't bother them, and they don't bother white people. They don't participate in white people's election. They don't try to persuade people to vote, but they are a vibrant group of people in this country because they have equal rights and equal protection. So that's what we was fighting for. We got lost because it was Dr. King's dream. My nigga, he came and told y'all I had a dream to hold hand white people. Other black people didn't have that dream. They still were. Nigga, you tripping? Nigga, what you mean? We were never home. So that's why so how they control us. So the ones that's claiming to help us in the community, we don't give to them, so they gotta take the grant funding. But the average black person with a nonprofit don't know how to acquire a grant, don't know the grant language, don't know how to write the grant, don't even know when the grants are dispersed, when to apply for the grants. But there are some they do, and they get the grants, and they keep it to themselves. Who are they? Your pastors. Now they control the black community by way of the black pastor. By way of the Constitution, church and state are never supposed to walk together. Church and state are supposed to always be separate. For black people, the church and state got in bed together during George Bush's term. George Bush created a faith-based initiative that made the church a 501c3. Now they can get funded. Now they get the church the tax write-off. So now the church is controlled. Why do you think whenever there's a police shoot, whenever there's an uproar, they either go get the entertainment nigga that get the good money, or they go get the pastor nigga, the preacher nigga? Because the church and state is in bed together by way of a tax system. How you know how this shit? Read and meet white people who teaching me this.
Right. So like I just heard it. But see, this is why we having the Diamond Heist podcast. So, man, so y'all can have somebody who's actually intelligent and smart that didn't have to go through sucker shit and put on the front about nothing. Like I could have told y'all this shit, right?
For real.
But y'all would have crucified me had you met me in real life. I've been talking like this shit, yeah. like not necessarily. Oh, black people need to be slaves, like he be saying, because I don't agree with that. Go back into slavery, I don't agree with that. But like the whole knowledge about the church and
nigga already been knew about that.
About the
nigga already knows knowledge about the shit. Like
not only that, man. So they're using the same scheme, the same mechanisms of control that they use for college.
Yeah. So
and that's why college is so expensive. That's why tuition go up every year. Because the more the school make it look like their numbers are going up, the more money they get from the government. And that's one thing why I'm happy that the Department of Education is definitely being disbanded and dismembered.
Bruh, thank you. Thank you.
See, now had I said this to your face as a regular normal person, you would have thought I was the devil. But you really have to think about things like this. They pretty much they entrapped us and coerced us to sign papers and give out rights
and skyrocketed the price of tuition. You remember back in the day when people were like, oh, I used to work at some job to pay my tuition.
Can't do that no more.
Can't do that no more.
Yeah,
Why? Because of that
yeah.
reason. That reason alone. Like they skyrocketed. It was a guarantee. From the government. You gonna give us this money? Okay, bet. We're gonna skyrocket the tuition then. Simple. It's business.
And it's so much so a business that they started changing the curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
Look, that first year you go to college, it's a bunch of basic bullshit courses that ain't got nothing to do that you already did in high school
for 4 years.
And if folks was wondering why it's taking folks 5 and 6 years to get to college because they want that extra money. Like it's really cutting simple, bro. It's like they're incentivized to get you to go to college. They're incentivized by tax exemptions, grants, free money. You know what I'm saying? That's the church. That's the hospital. That's the bank. That's all these organizations. And that's why you got to get yourself into one of these groups. What I mean by groups is a social group. That's why it's homeowners. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Versus corporations. You know what I'm saying? That's why people are pushing you to get your LLC because it give you an extra layer of protection. Yeah. Not necessarily. I ain't gonna say your ass ain't gonna get locked up or you know what I'm saying.
It essentially gets you in the game, and then you start. Once you get in the game, you're gonna start thinking like a player. You're like, all right, I'm in the game now. You're not like everybody else. Once you get there, once you get in the game, you're gonna start thinking like you're in the game. Now you're gonna start thinking like everybody else. These big monstrosities, and that's where it starting to make sense now. And that's pretty much where we trying to get everybody towards. It's like, nigga, stop thinking like you this. Start thinking like you that.
So what I can see it being is what I'm trying to get people to understand is when you do it like you gotta read. I don't know how to. There's no real term for it, but you gotta change your entity. You feel me? Yeah. Or apply yourself to a different type of entity. You know what I mean?
Your status.
Your status. It's not this. Yeah, it's like. Yeah, man.
And with your status, you got. It's more of just a mindset. Your status they kind of coincide together one in one. It's just like you gotta change. You gotta change your whole being of how you move in the society.
Not necessarily. See, so we're talking about government logistics, almost like we talk about government people. So it's more about how you are recognized in their eyes. So if you don't. You can't get business credit unless you have a fucking business, right?
Exactly.
So you can't get a business grant unless you actually have a business.
Exactly.
Like you gotta go and get yourself a different social security number to help you identify yourself for government purposes, business purposes, and all these. So you gotta get your EIN number,
aka your status.
Feel me? It puts you in a different status. Like, they ain't say tax bracket.
No, not tax bracket. It's just status. How you're looked at.
How you looked at through the eyes of the corporations, the banks, and the. You feel me? So now you can do business as an actual business. You feel me?
B2B.
It's different.
Business
also,
business.
Okay, homeowners. There's groups for homeowners. Like if you keep applying yourself to the minority group, you're gonna get minority results. That's what I'm saying. So if you're in your mind, if you're a minority, good for you. Great. I'm glad you're a victim. But if your ass keep them, guess what? They got grants for minorities too. But guess what? Them grants, they trash. You hear me? Them grants ain't the same thing as a homeowner grant, a business owner, a grant for a business. You feel me? You see how you gotta change how you see yourself in order for them to change how they see you. So you definitely gotta re-entitize yourself. So you can re-incentivize yourself to be a contributing member of society and not do this shit backwards. So stop doing shit backwards. That's all I can say, really. Just don't do this shit backwards. Let's stop doing shit backwards, all right? Just be aware of nonprofit organizations. They're incentivized to do certain things that the government wants them to.
Yeah.
So just be aware of that. But so the other thing we wanted to talk about today was common side effects. And so we're going to let Austin tell us about common side effects and kind of just get us introduced to what common side effects is. And yeah, let's go. So what is common side effects, Austin?
Common side effects is about a story about a guy. He has this mushroom, and this mushroom can bring...
Don't talk about the story. Tell about the show. Like, They need to know it's a cartoon thing.
Well,
what's the art style? Is
it's
it comedy?
It's a animation. It's an animated comedy / drama / action adventure, and it's pretty much just a basis of like Big Pharma and versus the little guy who can save people from Big Pharma. So that's pretty much the synopsis of the story itself. But then they got these wonderful storylines where it all blends together and you actually care about the characters. So that was my main part of the story where I care about everybody. I was like, damn, it's like you can get involved in each character storyline and it actually feels like a movie when you watch it. It's very well produced and it's probably one of the best shows I've seen in a minute. Like far as original writing, it's not going off any other bullshit. It's not going off a franchise or legacy movies, legacy series. It's its own entity, and it stands out and it's good. So I just want people to watch it and get in tune.
So tell us about the first episode.
The first episode it just starts off with a guy just he's an herbalist. He has his degree, master's degree, I believe, actually, and he was at a conference and he was telling about people about this mushroom and stuff like that, and he got ignored. He got kicked out the conference. But further in the story, in the first episode, like you see, he's using the mushroom and bringing people back alive. And you also see the opposing side where it's Big Farmers. It's like, well, we need to suppress this guy using this mushroom so we can make more money. And that's pretty much the synopsis of the first episode. But that's what draws you in. The first episode is good. It's just. It's a great breath of fresh air of just seeing good writing in a TV series finally in a long time. It's not like no Marvel bullshit or nothing like that. It's just good supreme writing and it should draw you in. I don't have to speak on too much about it because once you watch the first episode, you're gonna be drawn in.
Yeah,
it's one of them.
Yeah. So this guy's just going through this adventure of pretty much he found the best medicine you could find, and he's trying to protect himself, protect his family, his friends, but also he's trying to help the world at the same time. So it's a bunch of unseen forces that's kind of going against him. Super surprised that some of his friends went after him, so that's going to happen. So I don't want to give too much of the story away, but I wanted to entice y'all to go watch it because it's a really good story. And me and Austin, we're probably gonna be doing some reviews and some reactions on his channel, which is Screen Idols of Common Side Effects. So that'll be the first time I'll be showing my face on his channel, on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make that happen.
Once you get into it, because it does. Like, I feel like the first couple episodes are actually kind of slow. Like, it does pick up.
Oh, no, the first 2-3 episodes was really good.
That's what I'm saying.
It feels really like looking on hindsight, like after episode 8, I'm looking like, oh, well, shit, compared to these, the first couple episodes were slow. Like, it does gradually, like, damn, let me go ahead and watch this next episode. Like, you have no choice but to watch the next episode.
Okay. So that's Common Side Effects, y'all. What I guess platform or what's that song? TBS or something?
It's
FX.
Nah, I watch it through HBO Max. It's from Adult Swim, so wherever you can find Adult Swim at, they're gonna have it.
Okay, cool. The next topic we want to talk about is Taylor Jenkins.
Yeah, man.
Memphis Grizzlies, man.
I don't know what y'all doing. I feel like y'all about to sell the team. I'm dead serious. When I saw that, I was like, they fired the Memphis Grizzlies coach, Taylor Jenkins. First reaction, I was like, oh, they about to sell the team.
He said his first reaction, sell the team. I mean, you know what? My first reaction ain't nobody saying. I'm scared they gonna get rid of Ja. I'm scared they gonna get rid of Ja. You next. You next.
You know what? That might be in Ja's favor though. Ja want to go to a bigger market.
Okay, you think so?
Yeah, most for sure.
I thought he was enjoying having his own thing going on.
He do, but at a point in time, I think like hearing all these NBA podcasters and stuff like that, they do want to go to a bigger market so they can like Luka's happy in LA. I'm sorry, yeah, he was a nigga in Dallas, but yeah, I'm the man in LA too now. LA it brings a different thing about. So yeah, they want to be on certain superstars do want to be under them type of lights because they can produce those type of lights. So
they like that type of pressure.
It's just one of those things. I mean, you got your anomalies like your Shea, your SGAs and stuff. Where I'm gonna be the MVP in OKC.
Yeah.
I mean, he putting up 20, 30 a night, so he could do that. But I don't know. It's just one of those certain things where it would benefit certain superstars to go to a bigger market.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, okay. I feel that too. I just feel like the Memphis Grizzlies have been getting rid of a lot of their key pieces too fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when Ja first came in, that first season, that group, that tandem that they had going on, they should have kept some of those pieces and allowed those players to develop with each other and mature together to become championship team and championship players together. That's the ultimate form of team basketball. Going through the burning sands together. At least 5, 6 of them. 7 of them got to go through it. You can't keep getting rid of everybody. You kept Desmond Bain, but you got rid of Tyus Jones. Got rid of Nick Anderson and Derek White. Like, Derek White is a champion now. Like, we could have used that championship energy on the Memphis Grizzlies. Like,
and to your point, they got rid of them, but who did they get back? We don't even know who they got back for. They did not contribute like that.
And then what it did, it stagnated the team's development as a whole. You got to constantly get rid of pieces. But when you get you a fresh group in there together and everybody's skillful and everybody still got time and room to improve and develop, they get to learn from their mistakes together. Because that adversity is going to make them a stronger team.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what the overall goal is. I don't know what the owner wants to do for his franchise, but it doesn't look good. You don't fire a coach right before the playoffs, and they like a 4th seed. So that's why I said in my mind, they want to get rid of the team. They want to move the team. It just doesn't make sense and it doesn't look right. So
Las Vegas Grizzlies.
Hey, you hear me? Seattle Grizzlies.
I'm the first one to see it.
Come on,
the first one to see it.
Somewhere up there. Oh yeah. One more other thing. The Sacramento Kings suck. That's a trash organization. Ain't no way you got Zach LaVine, Malik Monk, Sabonis, and they get whooped every night.
Get beat up on every night.
That's a trash organization. I'm sorry.
Get beat up on, get punched on every night.
And they got DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, that was the third person. They're like, it's 4 people on the star lineup.
And they got
Valanciunas coming off the bench for Sabonis. It's just trash.
And bruh. Now this is a good team, man. It's so crazy that they it's the coach. It got to be the coach. They
just fired their coach earlier this year.
That's what I'm saying. It's coaching. So, but when you look at everybody they got on the floor, man, they got some good people.
This is what it was.
Keon Ellis and they got Keegan Murray.
I feel you. When I listened to Gil's ring, he did say something. He was like, "Nigga, they got like 3 forwards on the starting lineup. Ain't no true point guard on the team. That actually does matter. Like when it ain't no point guard on the team, it does show because you can look at Phoenix, the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah,
ain't no true point guard on the team. It shows. Like that's why it's so discombobulated half the time. That's why they be losing games they shouldn't lose to teams they shouldn't lose to. It's just like ain't no person to get the offense situated and set up right. Because you got killers on the team. They ready to kill, but you ain't set the offense up right for you to get a good shot off.
Yeah. That make a lot of sense. So, yeah, they need a true point guard. They got rid of De'Aaron Fox, so they in the hole.
Yeah.
So, Memphis, to be honest, still ain't got a true point guard. But Ja Morant gets the job done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does his job for sure.
So, shout out to Ja Morant. Shout out to Taylor Jenkins, too. I'm not sure what team he's going to be landing on, but
he going to get a job.
I would say the Kings. Hey, man, look.
Hey, real talk.
That wouldn't be a bad look, G.
Hey, the Grizzlies was 44-29, so.
How bad? How you can't fuck it up too bad. At least you got your pieces already there.
You got more all-stars on this team than anything, so
and you got veterans.
Yeah, so you should be okay.
It's a plug-and-play situation right here.
They should hire Taylor Jenkins. That's the man for the job, right there.
The man for the job next year.
Real talk.
Next year. Let's see what Doug Christie do because he got some soldiers out there. But yeah, man, that's our take on Taylor Jenkins, Memphis Grizzlies situation. So last but not least, we wanted to wrap it up by talking about the stock market and last week price action, man.
Tell us what's going on in the price action.
So look, it's a slow burn, y'all. It's a slow way down. It's not a dead cat bounce. It's not nothing like. It's a slow way down. They gonna play with you. They gonna pull your strings and make you believe that the stock market is gonna do this or do that. Just for the time being, the sentiment needs to be prices are gonna go down. I need to be getting myself in position to buy these stocks while they're on sale. And for the foreseeable future, if you're doing options, I would definitely shoot it out for about like a year or two. That's what I'm gonna do with my portfolio, my little $1,000 I put in there. Probably do me a little call, a little $50 call. I'm just trying to figure. I'm just trying to get used to it again, being in the stock market. But I also want to use it as a way to grow this community right here. So the stock market did not end in a good position last week.
Yeah,
it was down a couple points. As time go on, I'm gonna have my data down. I'm gonna have my data down pat. But when I say the market was down, I mean everything was down.
Yeah.
The only things that were up were the inverse of like the VIX. The VOO. I got it right here on my Weibo actually. So you should be preparing to put yourself in position to buy these stocks while they're on sale, right?
Also, just be leery of the president that's president now likes to. He's very boisterous, and sometimes when you voice your opinion a lot, it does fluctuate the market very quickly. And I'm not sure if that's on purpose or not, but it has an effect to it damn near every week. So be leery of that. It's not going to be one of those situations where it's going to be stable for a minute. It might fluctuate up and down for like 2 weeks at a time. So it's just because he likes to broadcast a lot of news and strategies he wants to do. So
and then you got to take into account his social media presence.
Yeah. So that's one of those things you got to be leery about, and this is one of the times where it's all about time. This is not one of the experiences of the past presidents where it's just normal. This is more of this is kind of a new thing, so we're gonna have to like be leery and like very strategic in how we want to do things, and just because it's not about you as well, it's also about how other people feel and how he makes them feel. So some people want to get out of position or get in position. It's just the stock may fluctuate. So I just want people to be leery about that. But other than that, I mean, it's still the same, same thing as normal. But it's not, just be leery of the fluctuation. That's all.
So the stock market right now, if you need a good analogy of what you should be doing, just remember, you got Bronny James Jr. on your team. The stock market is Bronny James Jr. right now. You don't know, you got some faith in it, but once he get from under his father, his wings will grow, right? So you gotta kind of have that same sentiment. I hate to bring the sports into the analogies. I don't want to be simple-minded like that, but however, I want you to understand the position of the market and how you should be seeing what's going on. But if you got them stocks that you rocking with for sure, you need to be dollar cost averaging. And if you don't know what that means you need to buy. You need to build out your position, add to your position by buying the stock at a lower price than you actually got in. So if you got in at $12 and it went down to 10, you need the dollar cost average and add that on into your portfolio. Sit back, kick your feet up, and wait for them returns to come through. And when you like they always say, you see profits, you take profits, man. And the trend is your friend too. So remember, don't try to go against the trend. You're going to take a L. So if it's going, this is what I write down. The trend is your friend if it matches your intent. You see what I'm saying? So people like to give a lot of colloquialisms without a complete thought. But that's the complete thought. It gotta match your intentions. You feel me? So if you intend to, short the market, it need to be going in a down direction, okay? Or you need to be seeing something where it's indicating it's gonna go in a down direction. So the trend is your friend. Try to ride the trend when it's going up. So I would say on Monday the stocks are probably gonna start on a good note, and by the end of the day, it's probably gonna kind of fizzle out, start going sideways, and then it's gonna probably in the after hours go down a little bit, and then on Tuesday probably get back to normal business.
And one more thing,
not too crazy now.
Yeah, one more thing, just to piggyback off what Kev said. It's just another thing is just where you get really good at is just knowing when it's about to go up or about to go down. That's really the sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
If you can catch one of them, that's where you're gonna be like, okay, I'm cool now. You know when it's just about to break down or break up, it's just like that's one of the ones where you gotta. That's where your study and all your due diligence comes from.
Your technical analysis, your research, but also making sure you're prepared, making sure you got your dry powder already in there, making sure you got your buying power. So that's one thing I want you to, as my audience, just make sure you got that set up, because I think 2 important dates that's coming up is April 2nd and April 15th. And then there's also earnings coming up. There's 3 dates you got to be looking out for. So we're looking for, they were saying something about the feds may hike some, the feds may bump up the rates and everything. Yeah. So we still got to see what he going to do. And also consumer price index, CPI and shit. So, man, y'all just stay 10 toes down, man. Get ready to make some money by just adding that money to the account, figuring out what stocks you wanna mess around with, and figure out your strategy too. Mm-hmm. So what that means is you're gonna be trading options, day trade, trading options, swing trading, day trading, or you're just gonna simply invest and build out your position while these stocks are at a low price. So that's the best strategy I can give to a beginner right now. You're just starting. Get your dry powder. Build out your positions. Boom. We're going to get into some more technicalities, but the stock market is very, very much like Brennan James.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's always been. And just remember, everybody's in the stock market to make more money. Your 401ks, your retirement funds, all that. Everybody uses the stock market. So better get in the game.
Yep. Get in the game. Speaking of games, I guess we could take a look at some of the NBA. So, man, I appreciate y'all.
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you, Austin Davis, my brother. Yeah, so that's it, y'all. DOC, Mr. AD, Screen Idols. Make sure y'all follow us. We're gonna put all the links down below. It's been real. Dog Nash and Diamond Heist. We out this bitch.
Peace.
Now we gone, y'all. All right. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Fit the beat.